Oh wow.
Yep,
Wow, wow.
hell of
I'm
a
not going to
doctor.
ask you which is your favorite combo because I feel that's like like choosing your favorite child. Like you just can't give an answer.
You know what? Marianne was really interesting. Men's is an interesting product. Like, and at its core, she brought that American energy back. Um, but if I had to choose, if I had to choose, Brian's genuinely the way that he thinks about creators, I think you'd love. Like his approach and
Oh, go
his
on, tell me about it.
thesis.
Tell me what does he like about creators? Give me the rundown.
Brian loves them because he feels that they're extensions of the brand, and so they have this small, close knit family of creators that they deeply trust. And
Yep.
those creators have, incredible amounts of access to their own audiences, but are
Hmm.
hyper engaged audiences on LinkedIn or on social, for example. And so he was telling us about the clip shot that they did, which was a real life activation that they brought the creators in for them to make content about. Now, did absolute numbers in terms of ROI for like how it impacted the company that month in revenue. He didn't have the numbers to hand explicitly. But what was great that off the back of that happened is that in the comments of the creators' comments and V's comments themselves, you had the audience chiming in saying, is this real? And 6 months down the line, or however long down the line, they are asking for it still. Say, can you make this a real thing? And so he's thinking long term about actually this concept that we floated with creators was an quote unquote online thing for the audience isn't just that. It can now be turned into a real thing that our consumers can engage with in real life. And so you take a creator activation and it's now snowballed into something larger than that, where it could potentially turn into this always on or kind of always on campaign. Like once a year, potentially you have the pop-up that shows up. And I think that's really cool, especially for a tech company.
I think yeah. I think I guess lean to that is the world that we operate is like entertainment focused and like the talent we have. I won't go. I've got a YouTube thing. I don't know if you saw the YouTube report that came out from Ofcom. Really interesting. We'll go into it in a second. But like some of the talent we have who do YouTube content regularly, weekly content, whether it's making it more of a thing that happens weekly, but like every year we take that specific format and that series goes on the road for a week
Oh,
only out of
very
the whole
cool.
year. Like, do you know what I mean, that could be quite interesting. That's like the equivalent, I could say. Um, you could have like if they have different series. We do the topical takes with Taco. Topical takes Saturdays is a special that happens in Christmas because you do a Christmas special, but it's physically in an event in New York. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. So like, I get that about taking it. It's ongoing through YouTube on content, but it becomes its own thing of a yearly or every 3 months. It's on the
Like
road or
becomes like a special projects activation, right? It's like the audience can and the consumers can really like love it in the moment because they can tangibly feel it instead of just consuming it, right? It becomes an experience.
well, at the same time, they tangibly feel it when they do that one-off one in like, every once a year in person. Then makes them want to watch the the content on YouTube regularly because they want to make sure they're part of the next physical event. So that's the equivalent I think we'd say with us with entertainment. It's like it's ongoing digitally, but we do the events throughout the year, once a year, whoever it is, depending on the
Is
talent,
that a
obviously.
playbook you're seeing come out more and more? It's like you do these on like you have these content formats, you then turn them into experiences for consumers, and it's just another way of driving revenue.
Well, I see. I guess the steps, right? So just remember, some of these talent who do digital work, they love being on social, which is really like that's where they started. And some aren't always the ones who just want to. Well, hang on, two. Maybe they don't feel comfortable doing stuff in person. That's fine. But also some go like, I just have no interest, or some are like, I'm a bit worried how it goes. Like, imagine if my content does really well on digital, or YouTube, short form, whatever, and then when I go into the road, people don't turn up. Like there was that. I remember 3 or 4 years ago, there was that filmmaker who had like 12 million followers. I forgot their name on TikTok. They made their own film, did a movie premiere for it, and no one, like 5 people turned up. Like
Right.
that, there was a fear of that, obviously, a little bit. But I think it depends on talent, on like who they are. I think one level you could say is um, with Tucker, we did it recently where he, instead of doing his topical takes in his studio, we got him doing pizza review or some sort of pizza review stuff in person around New York. So like that's the elevation going from digital to a little bit more outside in the world.
It's almost like a hybrid activation, right?
Yeah, and then like the level of that could be doing an event. Like it's levels, and also you can judge with the different type of content who will like you to stick around with it, and then you can obviously do physical. Like it's levels. So yeah, I think that's one thing I would love to do more of. Takes time, but talent, etc.
How is the entertainment business these days? Is it blowing up as it, or is it kind of in an ebb and flow at the moment?
I think it's interesting. The digital space. Well, okay, the YouTube thing that came out today
Hmm.
from Ofcom is there's in the UK there are from ages 16 to 24 or 25, one of those years, less than half of that group of age watch terrestrial old school TV. Less than half. The
Wow.
other one that's only beating YouTube is the BBC and ITV. But if you think about it, they got sport. They, we watched the Lionesses play. That was on That was on the BBC, and I think it was on ITV. I think I can't remember. I watched it on BBC. So like, you, I think that report has literally come out today. Is proving more a whole entertainment side of YouTube. Brands getting involved with that world. Make your own entertainment. I just literally commented on a friend of mine, Ben, who's at the bear company, and who I met at Cannes, and he's like saying you have to be on YouTube, and I commented on it saying yeah, this we've been saying this for a while, so that's an interesting market. I think that's going to keep growing. What we're doing with the likes of Jackpot and Betway. I don't want to go into it too much. It's very early doors, but down the line we will. But building entertainment channels is one thing brands have to do, and I've got loads of ideas for loads of brands. And then the other thing that's interesting, I was just at Edelman, the agency,
Hmm.
just discussing with some of their PR department about like content creators in the tech world and other entertainment company. And I've realized one thing with the world of entertainment influencer marketing is a lot of PR companies have now gone into doing influencer marketing. I saw it from since Jan. I was talking to more of these PR companies again for event stuff, and then they started asking about our influencer marketing. Like, oh, do you guys like have creators? How does it work? Are they all exclusive? All these questions, and I was mentioning a lot internally, saying, guys, there's a lot of the PR companies wanting to do influencer marketing. We need to be talking to them more regularly, and that's the conversation I had today. Was these PR companies in general are getting more budget. Edelman's saying we're seeing that in general, and I've been seeing that externally. So that that was what we were today. But that's the scope I'm seeing at the minute.
It's interesting. It's like you're my feet on you're our feet on the ground, your eyes and ears of what's happening in entertainment today. You're one of the few spokesperson that actually jumps on a live on a whim and will come and tell us what's actually the heartbeat of the industry at this moment in time.
Of course, I love all that. I think there's a lot of stuff to talk about. It's a new industry, right? Like we said, it's not covered enough, especially on live streaming. I think what you're doing is great. I've said this to you already. And a good cheeky creator economy segment is always good fun.
It's coming. Do not worry. It's planned for sure because the creator economy is super important because it bridges the gap for like the distribution of all of these companies. You can find
Mm.
creators that work really well and you can implement that into their marketing campaigns and how they think about like how do we access a certain ICP or a customer if you're a consumer
Mm.
company. Creators just become the de facto distribution. And like long term, if we're engaging with people, well, won't we want that creator to be telling us what we want to consume as they become curators in our lives?
100%. Viraj, I thought about you the other day because remember we discussed the podcast. Well, we were on your podcast before this was
Yep.
a live thing, and you mentioned Bryson DeChambeau,
Yep.
which is a break 50. Do you see what he did with Adam Sandler?
Oh my God, it was perfect. It was like it
Like,
was golden. He should have broken 50, but
oh yeah,
but
I'm
in
not going to
other
say anything. I'm not a pro, and if I hit it that far as Bryson, then I would say something. But I'm just gonna be like, okay,
I think genuinely Adam Sandler played the role of Adam Sandler well that day. He didn't turn into
yeah,
Happy, but you had Adam and you had like moments of Happy Gilmore within all of that, which I thought was great because you got to see the blend between the two,
mm.
and it's lovely that we get to do that today.
Yeah, and also it's how they help promote the film, right? Like,
Exactly.
it's the thing. Like that video got. I watched it when it was 5 hours out, and it had like 780K views. I don't know what it is now, but like that's just a great way. They probably in the agreement of everything of him being Bryson being in it, obviously. Like let's use his channel to market it out, and like once again, it was a set format. They just plug Adam in.
It's
So easy.
great. And when we think about content formats, Bryson's got many in the pipe. Break 50 is
Yeah,
just one of them.
yeah. So I thought that was really good the way that was done. Um, but yeah, great comic stuff. What else is going on? It's the main things, I think. Selling loads of talent, obviously new office, it's great. We're trying to find a bigger office for studio stuff now, which is really cool.
Amazing.
But yeah, 4 or 5 years in, it's a lot's happened.
I love it. I love the fact that we get to have these short conversations like here and there, and you can jump in for 15 minutes between the very busy day of managing these influencers and working with the talent and getting them the deals that they need to. Because
Yeah.
you are my Ari Gold.
Oh, stop it! Don't flatter me now.
Chris, show
Without
me
the
the
bad
office
stuff. I just want to
without any of the
confirm,
bad
without the
stuff.
bad stuff.
Without any of the bad stuff. Let's
Yeah,
pull
yeah,
that out
yeah.
very
We would
clearly.
never treat Lloyd in that way.
You might treat the AI version of Lloyd in that way, but definitely not the
Hey,
person.
I mean, I'll never say never with the whole AI thing. Jeez.
Chris, I've got to jump onto the next one. Show us the office, and then we've got to wrap.
Come on, I'll show you around quickly. And say hi to everyone. Yeah,
Where are we? Are we in a WeWork? Have we got the own digs?
we're in a WeWork for now, but it
I
takes
love
time.
it.
Ain't too crazy. But I leave the suit here now, which is nice.
Oh, brilliant. So suit at home, suit at work. It's great to go.
There's
Is
the
that the
crew.
team? Amazing. This is live and direct from the
This is
Gold
live and direct.
Studios. From the Gold
That's
Studios,
it.
WeWork.
That's
Breaking news.
what I'm showing you.
Amazing.
But listen, good share. Keep it going with the live stream stuff. And yeah, man, I'll jump on next time. We'll go through a few things.
Amazing. Thanks so much for the time, Chris. See you soon.